Hi there. We're continuing our journey through the Psalms, the Tehillim, that means the praises in Hebrew, and we're in Psalm 94 today. 94 in Hebrew numbering system is Sadeh Dalet. Sadeh is 90 and Dalet is 4. And this is really a cry to God for justice. The singer here is concerned because it seems that God doesn't really care about what's happening to them in terms of the enemies who are oppressing them. But the singer says, God, you are El Nekamot. It means you are the God who gets payback. You are the God who takes action. You are the God who won't allow evil to triumph. Sometimes we find it difficult handling psalms like this, thinking, well, how could God be so rough? How could he be so harsh? How could the singer be asking him to do terrible things? But when you think about the sense of justice that we have, that when we sing wrong done, we want to see justification come, we want to see justice happen, then we just have what God has himself, that God is a God of justice. And actually in verse 2 he says, you are God of all the earth, you are the judge of all the earth, Shofet. And the Shofet means the one who puts things right, the one who puts things back the way they should be. And then there's a cry, Lord, how long? These evil people seem to be just getting the best of life. They seem to be doing so well. They're triumphing. They're shattering us, Lord. They're breaking us in pieces. Maybe this psalm was written at a time when they're particularly strong enemies. It might have been a time when the Assyrians were coming down on them. Or it may be a time when they were even being taken into captivity. It says they slay the widow and the immigrant, they they murder the people, they murder the orphan. Lord, that they don't understand what's going on. They're without thought, they're without understanding. And they say, oh, God won't care. The God of Jacob, he's not interested. He doesn't even exist. We can get away with what we want to. But then the singer says, wait a minute, will he that made the eye, will he not see what's going on? And he corrects those who will go astray. He teaches man discernment. So if he teaches discernment, surely he can discern what's going on. The Lord knows the thoughts. He knows the plans. He knows the projects of man. And he knows that they are havel, it says in Hebrew. He knows that they're nothing. They're a handbreadth. They're a breath. They are vain, is a word that's sometimes used. But then the singer goes on and says, but Lord, we are under this yoke, as it were, but we can be satisfied that we know that we are in your hands and that the correction and instruction that we're receiving is coming from you, because you're not going to forsake your people. You're not going to turn your back on your people. You're not going to leave us who are your inheritance. But justice will return and bring it back to the place of right standing. It will turn it right ways up where it's been upended. The whole thing of justice is about turning that which has been upended and putting it right way up again. And it says, Lord, you are our, we're depending on you. You are our safety. You are our refuge. You are our help. You are our rescuer. If it hadn't been for you, we would have been left with no hope. We would have been with no help at all. When I said my foot's slipping and my foot's giving way, you, Lord, your hesed came. Your covenant obligation stepped in and continued to hold me up. And you are a delight, Lord, to my soul. So he's looking to the Lord constantly, the singer. He's looking for the Lord for rescue. And even though the enemies are gathering, they seem to be gathering together to come against God's people, he says, the Lord is my defense. Misgav. Misgav means a high place. The Lord is my crag. He's up there. He is the Tsur Machsi. The Tsur is the rock, and Machsi is the place where I run, the place I flee to. And he is going to turn things around. We're going to see that actually God will bring down the whole plan of the evil one on himself, and God will finish them off. It's a prayer of real crying out for justice. God, will you step in and put this to rights? The things that are going wrong, will you put them to rights? When we see things going wrong, let's not take action ourselves. Let's not try stirring in and stepping in and clearing the way. Let's ask the Lord. Let's cry out to the Lord. Lord, will you bring justice? Will you take the things that are upended and put them the right way up? Because you are the God who right wises. You are the God who puts things right. You are the God of justice. Have a good day.